During the Classical Age, Rome had many enemies, one of which was Carthage, which Rome fought against in the Punic Wars. The First Punic War was won by Rome. In the second, however, the Carthaginians, led by Hannibal and his elephants, started to dominate the conflict. Fortunately for the Roman army, a brilliant military strategist, Scipio, became the commander and helped the Roman legion win the Second Punic War. Finally, in the Third Punic War, the conflict ended with the Battle of Carthage. At that time, Rome was still a republic, so it was led by the Senate. It did have two consuls, Caius Terentius Varro and Lucius Aemilius Paulus. The Romans had 80,000 soldiers and 4,000 auxiliary members, led by the centurion Marius Manilius. Nonetheless, they managed to defeat the inhabitants of Carthage, which included 400,000 men, effectively ending all Carthaginian resistance. As a result, the beautiful city of Carthage was destroyed and its inhabitants were either killed or enslaved. This conflict finally ended in 149 BC and proved to show how powerful the Roman legion really was. However, the soldiers living in the legion lived a very miserable life. They made 225 denarii a year and were commanded by the brutal and harsh legatus and centurions. Back then, soldiers in the Roman legion were not allowed to have wives, so all of them were single. Soldiers had a couple hours of free time each day, although most of the time was spent on coordinating and planning. Of course, there was a lot of fighting going on in the Roman legion, which involved infantry as well as auxiliary members. These auxiliary members involved cavalry and archers. Because the Romans had such a good army system, its senators and citizens could stay home and enjoy the bathhouses and other leisure activities rather than facing conflict. The Romans did pay many taxes to the government to help support the soldiers. Because the Romans made many enemies such as the barbarians, Jews, and Christians, having a strong army meant that the state would be safe from outside people. The Roman legion was incredibly important to the Republic and made Rome one of the most powerful forces of all time.